Something I tell my students on almost a daily basis is to remember that math is a language and it tells a story. If you want to understand a story told in math, you need to be able to understand the symbols and you need to know how to read them in correct order. A great activity to introduce order of operations is to write on the board a silly sentence like the one below, and have the class take a minute to do a quick write of what they think happened in the story. Down the dog a black hole chased deep a cat. You're going to get some giggles and funny looks, but have the students do their best to interpret what happened. Now, did the black dog chase a cat down a deep hole? Or was it a really dark cat chasing the dog? Or was it really bizarre and do we have something to do with black holes consuming cats and dogs? Anyway, you can see how this simple activity can lead to a lively creative debate in class, and it's a great opportunity to get students engaged in what is admittedly a dry topic. Regardless of how they interpret the story, the real moral is that word order matters so people can understand what you're trying to say. Well, the exact same thing is true when we're dealing with operations in math. Order matters when doing operations. Now, I mean multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, and these can appear in these various forms like you see here. Now, you may also remember this mnemonic device PEMDAS from your past, and a silly expression like, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. These just stand for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, the order in which we do the operations. So when simplifying expressions like the one we see here, we're always going to start with the parentheses, 1 plus 3 and 4 minus 2. 1 plus 3 becomes 4, and in the next parentheses, 4 minus 2 becomes 2. Then we're going to have this plus 5. Next, we have to deal with multiplication or addition. Now I want to stop here for a second because there's two ways we can interpret this, right? You could say, okay, 4 times 2 is 8 plus 5 is 13, or you could do the 2 plus 5 first, which is 7, and then multiply by 4. You get 28, which is a different answer than 13. So you can see why we need an order of operations. And obviously the first one is the correct one. You're going to do multiplication before you do addition. So 8 plus 5 is 13. Now in this example there's no parentheses or exponents, but we have multiplication and division which appear on the same level in our order of operations, just like addition and subtraction appear on the same level. When you have both operations appearing, you're going to work through them from left to right, just like when you read. So we're going to do the two divisions first, then the multiplication. So we've got 8 divided by 8, which is 1, and plus 8 divided by 8, which is also 1, times 8. Next, we're left with addition and multiplication. So we're going to obviously do 1 times 8 first. 1 times 8 is 8. Then we throw in that 1 and we get 9. Now I want you to try one on your own. In this example, you can see there are both square brackets and round parentheses. They both mean the exact same thing. Now I'll give you a hint. You're going to want to deal with the round parentheses on the inside first. Okay, please pause the video now. Okay, welcome back. As you can see, the answer is 25. Now we're going to go ahead and start on the inside parentheses with 12 minus 2 times 4. We've got subtraction and multiplication, so we're going to do 2 times 4 first, since multiplication comes before subtraction. Well, 2 times 4 is 8, so now we're left with 12 minus 8, still inside the parentheses, so we're going to have to do that next. Well, 12 minus 8 is 4. And that's going to leave us with 4 to the second power, or 4 squared. Notice the rounded parentheses are no longer necessary. I've still got square brackets, square parentheses, right? Which means I need to continue working inside with the 4 squared divided by 8 plus 3. That's an exponent, division, and addition, so we're going to start with the exponent first, the 4 squared. 4 squared is 16. That's going to leave 16 divided by 8 plus 3. Division comes next. So we're going to do 16 divided by 8, which is 2. Now we've got 2 plus 3 inside the parentheses, which we're going to do before the exponent since we're still inside the parentheses. 2 plus 3 is 5, and that's going to leave 5 squared. And obviously 5 squared is 25. A daunting problem at first, but if you go step by step, you should be okay.